everybody, and welcome to yet another exciting episode. Zahala. You know, I get to have conversations with interesting individuals from within the game and outside the creative space as well. But today I feel hip-hop side of things because I'm going to be sitting with somebody who's got a sick musical catalog, if I should say so myself. He's got a record label and also has amazing artists who are popping off the label. Jae Cash is going to be my guest on today's show, so be a part of the conversation on my social media platforms before about Power TV Zambia, Facebook, Instagram, Nako X. If you're going to have questions for him, feel free to write them. So to kickstart Zahala, but after this break, somebody that's going to be joining me is a young, talented man. We could possibly call him one of the, in his words, top 3. When you speak about Zambian hip-hop artists, I think he still means he's number 1. That's according to me. But ladies and gentlemen, representing the A, because they're in the building, from an underdog to a CEO, Jae Cash.
What's good?
It's a bunch.
Easy.
Hey,
Laka.
How's it going? Like, you know, you're answering me like a boss.
I'm learning to be one.
Really?
Yeah.
Still learning?
Yeah.
How many years has?
I'm too humble, so man, I gotta learn.
I know. Do you know what? Like, I'm also working on not being very humble. Like, I don't know how to not be humble. Like, even when people ask me, like,
I feel like you're humble.
I'm sorry?
I feel like you're humble.
Yeah, like, I am humble, but you know how... Yeah, no, I'm also really humble, but what I'm saying is, like, you know that element that the way I said, oh, a boss, they say, yeah, you know, I own a record label, you know how people just, like they really go in. Like, it's
like
not...
blow your own trumpet.
Yeah, like, sometimes it's not even being cocky, it's just, like, you're just owning your
claiming
thing.
your sport, huh?
Yes. How long has Apa Ili So been in existence?
I would say since 2018.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
Like before COVID.
So how you're telling me that you're still learning to sort of like be a boss.
Yeah.
What are you still learning? Every time you sign an artist, they have a different personality, you relate differently. What is that teaching you about yourself?
No, actually, one of the qualifications, like for me to get signed under Apa Ili So is behavior, you know. So I wouldn't find their behavior by surprise, you know. Obviously, for me to sign them, I would know, okay, they are well behaved. They would, because keep in mind, they're gonna represent me. But they represent you at the end of the day. So, that in a bad behavior, it's not a good look for the company.
So how do you know that?
I assess them. I get to assess them. You know, as much as I might be interested in them. So number it could up like a basic assessment, you know, and then sazazibati paja ene kulive nionamo mulieve nionamo behavior nionamo mwayankila. Like, it has to be more than talent.
Yeah. Okay, that's really nice. So there's Dismo, you have Waiko, and you have James JR. I haven't heard very much of James JR as compared to everybody else. So how does the camp move in terms of who gets to release when?
Well, like for us, we don't really believe in, of course we can't drop per same day. We are chosen now, we are chosen. Like, for us, it's like, okay, I need you to be as consistent as possible, you know, but also I don't want us to clash, you know, like to drop at the same time. So also the spacing is not really like 3 months, you know, even 2 weeks. Like Dismo will drop 2 weeks, the next guy can drop a week after or 2. It's all right. Like, we all have different fans. Of course, our fans are kind of similar, but it's like watching episodes, right? You can watch 3 different series or 5.
Yeah.
And then ozazi bajat up nice yamu episode 2, nice yamu episode 3, nice yamu episode 4, you know, so you can't really get confused.
Yeah. So do they offer you, like, when you're coming, they're like, boss?
I feel that energy, you know, but now it's you to make them feel comfortable, you know. Like, I still take them as my friends, you know, like what boys. You know, as much as I might own that thing, I'm still an artist signed there, and they're my friends, they're my brothers, and I would like us to keep it that way.
Yeah. So how do you lead by example, like in terms of just the work ethic? You're an artist, and also you're managing the label, like it is your label. So everyone under you also has to move a certain way. So how do you make sure that, as Jae Cash, like I'll stay consistent to putting out music, I'll stay consistent to moving this way, so that you also lead by example?
I feel like, you know, when you have a movement, and it's bringing positive results, you don't really even have to explain, like,
Yeah.
like just out of your actions, they see results and they see like, okay, I feel like that's the way I'm supposed to move.
Yeah.
Maybe just remix it a little bit with your vibe, you know, and then
Yeah.
it brings results. I feel like that's the way I do it this side,
Yeah.
you know.
So, no, please go on.
Oh yes, I was gonna say I don't even get to run things like that because there's people in charge. This guy is running this guy is running this, just to save me the pressure and just kunipasa change to organize an artist, nifun can guns as an artist, not as a CEO, you know. Yeah, type thing.
Okay. So when I go back to your YouTube channel, right, and I try to trace back to like an older song or a video, 7 years ago is where he texts me. So Love You, one of your most like commercial songs, and I would say a very timeless song.
Come
so when
again?
people speak
7
about,
years ago was what?
yeah, that like 7 years ago, that's like the oldest video on your channel.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but then on social media, I get to stumble on like my clips to the different.
Yeah. Are you
Are
sure it's 7 years ago?
The video, according to what it says
What
on your
song
channel.
is it?
I love you.
Oh, I Love You was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
We dropped I Love You in 2014. That's like 10 years ago.
So, yeah, that's 10 years ago, but on your channel. So why did it take time for you to put it on your channel? Did it exist elsewhere on a different, like somebody else's channel?
I think it's 2014. Maybe you
Yeah?
might be mistaken.
No, I'm on your channel.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what's your question?
So my question is just like me tracking back, right? So that's like the oldest video that's showing on your channel.
Yeah.
But then I also get to run on or see very short videos of like you rapping.
Yeah,
I'll give an
yeah.
example of one that I came across today was I think a long time ago, like Mufana, Jae Cash, rap, where
People have been
Millimeter
sending me that clip, like even
Yeah.
just up. To me that.
your manager.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually said from Millimeter. You know who Millimeter is?
Oh, the dancer.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised. Like this guy was in this video. I follow him, you know, and I saw him in that clip. Yeah, that's way back. You know, that's me and Juvic. I remember. Yeah, that's a music video that me and Juvic had a group called Cash and Music. We were under KME at the time. Yeah, that's way back.
Yeah. So you see, when I speak about consistency in artists, I think I would use you as a perfect example.
Yeah.
Because in Ambo, fun.
Bad,
But then you've
bad.
been going and your name is still very, very relevant in the
Yeah.
conversations.
Yeah.
What do you think is a trait that you sort of like possess that makes you stand out? Or you keep reinventing yourself?
I feel like also putting people on, you know? Putting people on is really what makes me relevant. With or without dropping music. I'll tell you what, like I dropped an official single by New Year's Eve, Slay with Mukavitz.
You know
that's
what I
like
mean?
that's like months, you know, but like I'm still getting booked off my old catalog, you know. Like I'm still relevant basically. So I feel like putting people on, like young people on is like it's like when Dismo is popping, you know, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you know that okay, wakaona Dismo wana Jae Cash, wakaona Waikuba wana Jae Cash, wakaona JR wana. So I feel like that also itself has made me relevant, you know, even without trying too hard.
Okay, nice. Now speaking about booking shows, you're having a show that's coming up this weekend.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola Festival. And I've
Yep.
seen you've worked with a couple of brands. So I'm gonna backtrack to you working with Jameson, then with Coca-Cola as well. So how's that helping the brand, just being an artist and also being able to get those endorsements? And how important are they for you as an artist?
They're really good because corporates attract corporates, you know. It's like I feel like when Jameson, you remember when we're doing the Jameson thing, yeah? Right after that, Coca-Cola also approached. So I feel like they see like, okay, why are brands, you know, following this guy? We feel like maybe he's influential, you know, maybe they're seeing results with their product. So they get to do the same. I feel like it's a thing where they attract each other, you know. So it's really good for your brand. Really good. You need more of those.
Okay. So you see, a conversation that I had with somebody was, as an artist, you have a following, you literally built your brand from ground up, right? So I would say you're influential. So when a brand gets you and they sort of term you as an influencer, what's your perspective on something like that?
Rephrase that. I really wanna understand your point.
Yeah. Like my question is, you're an influential person. You're an influential personality in the game.
Yeah.
It's Jae Cash. Jae Cash is going to bring the numbers.
Yeah.
So now, in the rise of content creators, there's what's termed as influencers. So sometimes a brand like yourself who's influential could be booked for an influencer deal. So how do you view those two things, and how do you think they coexist, being influential and being an influencer?
I feel like it should be just results, you know, like the end product. You know, are you gonna bring in? Of course, we're influential, but are you gonna deliver? Is the company gonna see results? You know, I feel like that's really what matters. You know, I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yeah.
But like, I don't seem to really get it. Yeah.
No, I don't get you. I get your answer. Like, I just
Exactly.
really wanted clarity from somebody who's influential, because you've built your brand from the music.
Yeah.
Then you're getting booked for other things as well.
Yeah.
But you know what? Something awesome that happened a couple of days ago. It was your mom's birthday. Somebody I know is very instrumental in your life.
Yeah, too much.
And in your career. So you captioned that and you said her gift this year is going to be on the album.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about that.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I remember like back in the day. Till this day, I get fans requesting for that song I once did for Mom. But like, I feel like I don't even like to listen to it because my voice feels funny, you know. But like, I felt one day I should dedicate a proper song to her, you know. And then I wanted it to be, I wanted it to be now that I'm this influential, you know. Of course, I don't want to do a song and then it goes nowhere. So this time around, I decided I'm currently working on the album, by the way. So I decided, you know what, now is the time. And
When is the album coming?
in not more than 2 months.
Okay, so 2024 still.
Summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Something that I've been saying is that you, according to your words, you vibe a little bit more, relate a little bit more to like heartbreak songs. Who break your heart?
Hey, you've been on my page lately, huh?
I gotta do my work. I gotta look into it, you know?
No, like, it's not only relationship-wise, like male to female. Also just even male friends, you know, like I feel I've been backstabbed too much, you know, and when it comes to relationships, I've also seen that bitter side. So that's why I'm like, I feel like I relate a lot. But also, I relate better even, you know, typical love songs that are not talking of heartbreak songs.
Yeah.
So it's kind of balanced, you know. Yeah.
Okay, so is that to say that the album is gonna give us like a lot of versatility?
Very, very.
Is it going to tell a story? Because I understand sometimes that musician akachosa project, maybe song one, song shani, they like a story. Like you have to listen to the entire project to get to the point.
Yeah, if you listen to my albums, like I'm always being personal at some point, you know. And also like I'll take you back. So it's gonna be like my third album.
Yeah.
First album was Giovanni. It was titled under like my son.
Yeah, son, how's he? He's such a big boy now.
Yeah, it's good. We thank God. Then the second one was Chawama John Howard, which was dedicated to my hood, where I come from, you know. So all these albums are not for me.
Yeah.
So now this album, I don't want to say the title right now because I might spill the beans, Eddie.
Just, you can tell us, like,
no.
exclusive, namu za super show, okay?
Yeah, bazani karipila.
The management was like, you were given too much.
Hey, was yeah. So yeah, this album is gonna be about me, you know, just like me now.
Yeah.
Because all these other albums were dedicated to people. So now I feel like, okay, now let's do it the J way, you know, the neighborhood J Mola way.
Okay, so that's where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay, so something that I want to talk about, right? From your last album, you have a song called "My Life a Movie."
Yeah.
Beautiful song, that one. And you did get personal.
Yeah.
So you speak about your life. So start to finish, that's literally you like talking about growing up and how far you've come. So when you reflect on your journey, just from where you started, because I'm far now, pushing your dreams. At not just, how many points?
16.
16. 16 points, and give it to your mom and just said, you know what, I'm going to do my music.
Yeah.
How would you describe where you are right now and the growth that has been from the young Jae Cash starting music and where you are now?
I appreciate it now more than ever, you know. Coming up, it was frustrating, you know. I almost became a frustrated rapper because it's like I couldn't understand why I'm not getting the attention that this guy is getting when I feel like, yo,
You're
man,
better.
I'm even better than
Yeah.
this crap, you know, no disrespect. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then now I understand, because now it's even way better, because it was I didn't realize it was a foundation I was building. So it's not easy to like even just fall off, because people that know have seen my journey, and for me to be here is because of the hard work, the consistency and stuff, you know. So I appreciate it now more than ever.
Yeah. What do you think was like very instrumental in defining your journey in music, in just saying that, Kanisha, I'm on the right track? You know, sometimes trusting the process, like you're saying, could easily become a frustrated rapper, but something happens and it's very instrumental that it makes you trust the process a little bit more.
Yeah. I feel like, obviously, there's a time when you're just this neighborhood rapper, like you're known. First, it begins from the house.
Yeah.
Your little brother, if it's your mom, your niece. Then it moves. Now it's the hood, you know. Now it's you're in school. Now you're famous in school, you know. Now, so like, those were signs for me. Like, there's no way, man. Like, in school, even teachers call me by Jae Cash and not Humphrey. You know?
High school.
High school.
Really?
High school. I was this guy that could rap. Like, every time we're closing, would have this assembly, like last assembly, and I'll just pop up in front of the whole school.
Yeah.
You know, do a motivational freestyle right there, and the whole school, you know. So I think that's when I know that, okay, this is something. I feel like I can make a living out of this talent God gave me.
I always get curious, right? So in one of your songs, I think in one of your verses, you speak about how the interaction has been over the years with your fans. What's like the most, I don't want to call it awkward, but what's been like the sweetest gesture from a fan to you?
I was once at the mall, and you know how fans would at times like just go crazy, you know, ask for money or ask for photos, selfies, but like this one, but she was a female actually, female. I was at East Park Mall, and she just walked to me and said, you know what, all I need from you is just a hug.
Yeah.
She had a phone,
Yeah.
proper. We could have gotten a selfie or whatever, but all she asked for was a fan, or was a hug,
Yeah.
and that's a typical fan, you know. So I feel like that itself, till now, I'm like, wow, we got fans like that.
Yeah.
That's
The
a
ones
real
that-
one.
the ones
Yeah.
that don't really want much.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what when I say, I'm a picture. You know, when I am a picture, like I have conversations with artists, and sometimes when you're an artist, there's an element of you being human that's taken away from you,
Yeah.
especially from your fans.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a bad day? Like it's a day, like, then
I do have those. I do have those.
You just
I do
did
have those.
and you kind of like,
Wakuelelela ulichia muzoni yako, che like, hey guys, today is not the day, I'm sorry. Like, you know.
have they been understanding all the time, or fans are just like,
I don't think fans understand that, you know,
Yeah.
because fan amona munga iwe sindiwe muntu iwe ndiwe che. Why is it? That's why I was actually realize oro ine so kamwana oro ka 4 years. Kajekash. Iwe kajekash mwana wanga ni mkuru pali. You know, so fans, yeah, fans think artists ni chintu che, like to my emotions, but we also have our bad days, you know.
Yeah, you know, that's hectic. Well, we played your song, Slay Queen Mukavitz. I want to know, I'm very curious, because I don't think I've listened to anybody or listened to you explain the concept behind that or how you came up with it.
It's very easy to explain. Actually, I'm saying it all in a song. It's talking about these females that that portray a certain lifestyle, and yet it's not what they really are in real life.
Yeah.
You know? Basically, just in a nutshell.
Yeah, you know what? I come from the Copper Belt. So Copper Belt quite about sections. They're very small towns, and then they make up the entire province.
What
and
part of the Copper Belt?
So I grew up in 2 places. So part of my primary in Chilavombwe and the other in Muflira. So the small ones, not even like, I didn't know you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that lifestyle, you get to see more of here in Lusaka. Like it's a lot more common. So I want to talk about the education that's in the music. Sometimes it can be vibes, but there's always like a messaging behind a lot of songs. So how are you strategic that even as young people get to consume your music, sometimes you're conscious of the content of that music that you're putting out?
Yeah, especially me. A lot of my fans know, like, it's either, if I'm not speaking about money, then it's a love song, or you know, like, my concepts are predictable. But at the same time, I don't like it to be too predictable. That's how come I always find creative ways of, you know, motivating the listener, because I understand music influences like major, you might not even know. So I feel like I'm influential, you know, and I should take advantage of that and maybe help the next person, motivate the next person, you know. So I'm really strategic with my lyrics. Yeah, but there's time for bragging. There's time for
for several other things.
Yeah, you know.
So you know what? Giovanni is now a big boy.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, you posted how he would text you sometimes. He's like your homeboy now.
He's like 23 hours. He'll be video calling me. I'm like, yo, what we doing?
He's just checking in. So does he listen to your music?
He does. He does. I'm even shocked how he knows my most recent song, not this one. I was cursing a lot in this one. The Mpawi song, I'm like, how do you know this Mpawi song is doing the verses A up to Z?
Really?
You know, yeah. So also that itself, like, I'm steady with how I, because there's a lot of people listening. My mom too, you know.
I know last time we had a conversation, you were just like, no, my mom is watching.
Yeah, you know.
So to her, like, does she just say, "You are Humphrey, why you not come back so many?"
She doesn't even say anything.
Really?
I feel like she knows the type of songs to listen to. When it's going south, I think she'll just put it out like, oh, this one's not mine. Yeah.
She listen to the other songs.
Yeah.
What are you learning about yourself in regards to just being a dad? Yeah, like you are, obviously, there's you, your personal life, then there's you, the celebrity, but then again, being a parent brings out a different side of you, and kids teach you things every day. What are you consistently learning about that?
I feel like just caring for people, you know, like I no longer put myself first, you know. I know a lot of people think I'm drip or whatever, but if I'm being honest, I can't even remember the last time I went shopping for myself, you know.
Really?
Yeah, because I put, you know, certain people first, you know. And also, I feel like it's also brought out the hustler in me, you know, like I gotta get that bag, you know, because there's people relying on me this side, you know. So not only has it improved me as a dad, but also just as a person, you know, because keep in mind, if I'm hustling for them, it's for my well-being as well, you know, in general. So I appreciate that aspect about it.
Who's the most creative, like when you look at your babies?
Giovanni is. They're all creative in their own ways, but Giovanni is because he can draw, you know, like really, really good drawing, and he can remember things easily. You know, you'd go somewhere for the first time. Next time you go there, he reminds you. You're like, what? You know?
Nice.
So, yeah. Okay. They're all creative in their own unique ways, but like, yeah, we'll give it to Giovanni for now.
For now.
Maybe because he's the oldest.
You know what I mean? Like, it may change along the way.
Yeah, you know.
But you know what? A few days ago, Jae Cash decides to put out a single, and should I call it a single? LSK Running features Apa Ili So Ent.
It's just, it's, you know how when a king's about to like walk out, there's this red carpet and flowers. Yeah, pretty much. Because in there, I'm talking about how I'm in album mode, so I'm just addressing stuff. It's a statement.
Oh, you're putting out a statement. Like, listen, let me remind you.
Yeah, let's not call it a single. It's a statement. Like, yo, I can rap, but like, hold on. You know?
Hold your horses. I can really rap. So calling it a statement and you addressing a couple of things, right? So you went in, like you just literally said, H has been asking for verses, but he wanted to poach one of your people. Who was it?
You mean HMAC?
Yeah, HMAC.
Yeah.
Yes. Who did you want to?
Am I really gonna give him this hype on live TV?
You're not gonna give him that. Like, what is your relationship like? Like, is there an existing relationship?
Okay, HMAC is my boy, man. Like, HMAC is my boy, you know, like since way back. HMAC used to DJ for us, you know, as Young Energy. You know what I mean? Before he started working with Slap, and then he was our DJ, our personal DJ. So I don't care how you guys might see him, but like to me, he's still that typical DJ I know from way back. I respect him. He calls me for favors. I do it. But you know, it's shocking when at times you get to like understand like, there's some people I do favors for are actually talking ill behind my back, you know, trying to steal my artist, and yet he's recording them talking stuff, and you know, there's loyalty within us, so they'll still come back to me and play me that VN, and I'm like, I'm just disappointed, you know, basically. Yeah, but it's all love, man. It's all love. I really don't address things, so I was just trying to be a rapper and address it on a song.
I swear, the rappers will tell you that. You see, if you ask me that question, Siniza Kambapo, you know, somebody had said they don't respond when, so let's say I attack you, right? Nakambapo or something, and I poke at you. So they said they don't respond immediately because then they fall into my trap because I'm ready. So whatever you say, like I'm ready for you to retaliate. So they take their time. Like, would you say the same thing for you? Or if somebody pokes at you, just like, hey, I was born ready, me, I'm coming for you.
No, it depends. Like, is it worth it? You know, is it worth it? For instance, in that same song, we really went too personal to a point, like I would play it for people and like, hey, was this guy really worth the shot? No, take him out. Please, take him out.
Really? So there's people that...
Dismo me and Dismo also did his shots, but we like went back to the studio and say, you know what? This ain't worth it, man. Take just a moment. It feels harsh, but it was way harsher than it is now, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just talk about the state of hip hop generally. I think it's a beautiful time now for a lot of hip hop artists. You're now getting recognition. You're on one of the biggest songs of Jae Max's album.
Oh yeah, big shout out. Big shout out to J Max, big shout out to K's Adams, big shout out to Witty Beats. And you have a very powerful verse on that. So I just want you to talk to me about seeing the evolution of hip-hop over the years, because you've been that artist. Had you wanted, with the changing sounds and the trends that come on, but you stuck to what you felt was your thing? Yeah. No, because for me, it's always been the passion, you know. I feel like if you fall into trends, then you're just in it for different reasons, you know. It's either you want it for the bag, because why are you going to do a Dunga song? Because you want it to play in the club. Right. You know, you want it to be commercial. So it's the money you're in it for. You know, but like for me, it's I can do Dunga songs easy. You know, like I'll say we're live on the Power TV page. I was telling the lady that was interviewing me, like, it's crazy how I made Slay Queen Mukavitz in 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you write, or you're also just a girl with a concept?
I write.
Oh,
I write.
Okay.
That's why it feels how it feels.
I hear you. Humble brag over there, but I do hear you. Are you considering like doing, I don't know if I should call it a gospel song, or do you want to do a song that's a conscious song with a gospel artist? Yes,
I plan on that on the album.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not saying names yet, but I'm sure you got an idea.
Is it Pompey?
We're not going to say names, but I'm sure you have an idea.
Pompey is going to make you pray and fast. Are you ready to pray and fast?
I've been a Muslim for 2 years, so fasting isn't
When did you change religions?
I think like 2010, 2011. Yeah. Okay. Like most of my friends were into Islam. Yeah, the hood I was from, you know. So I actually have an Islamic name.
I was about to ask you that because now I'm curious, because
my Islamic name is Salim. Yeah, if you see somebody call me Salim, that's a childhood friend.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just you or people from your family as well?
It was just me. It was just me.
That's
I respect Muslims 100.
Okay.
But then because like at the time I was too much into alcohol. I don't drink anymore, but at the time I was heavy with the drinks. I was into pork too, you know, so...
You don't eat pork anymore?
I do. But like, I'm just saying, you know. So yeah, that just wasn't my route, you know. I'd rather be real to myself than fake it, you know.
Okay, so over the years, also what you've done is you've jumped on a couple of cyphers, right?
Yeah.
But I remember when I really got introduced to you, I know it was like in the 2010s. I was like, I think I can rap like all your songs, maybe from like
real?
that's trick. So
Okay.
you jumped on the jump off,
Tony Breeze. Yeah.
which is very funny. I was trying to rap over there. You get it? No, the bar was weak. You jumped on the jump off.
Okay, yeah, that's a line.
Is it?
That's
Can
a
you put it
line.
with? It's something that you also say on that song,
Yeah.
right?
So I had to jump on the jump off.
Yes.
Word.
Yeah,
word,
yeah.
word,
Something that you actually say.
Yeah.
So that's something that was a beat, went round, and a lot of artists really jumped on it and they rapped, like did their thing, brought
Yeah.
their thing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take you back because I just want to know how your jump off is still very relevant. Like I've been at an event not even so long ago, like they literally played it.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Nice.
Which is crazy because it's been time over the years.
Yeah. I've also been getting response over it, over the years. So
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So I just want to know, like having that competitive edge in a time that's just like there's different people that are gonna be on the come up. But are you when are you going to start giving yourself like legendary status?
Right now, there's people that call me that, and I think I don't want to say I fit in, but I don't really know what defines a legend. Is it the catalog? What are we looking at? Is it how long? Because I think I've been in this like damn near a decade now.
Yes.
Because my first big song was "I Love You," which dropped in 2014.
Yeah.
This is
2024.
Yes, that's like 10 years. So
Yeah.
are you gonna call me a legend because I'm in it 10 years deep, or I have a strong catalog, I can entertain a crowd for an hour plus, or what are we looking at?
Yeah.
The answer is in your hands.
Okay, so we're gonna let the fans answer that. Like, are we calling Jae Cash a living legend? I'm personally giving you your flowers because I feel like you've been very consistent.
I receive.
And you're great. Like
I
you
receive.
don't wash down the quality of the music or like the lyrical content. It's still incredible.
Yeah,
And also I
thanks.
remember seeing
Appreciate
a picture and a post from Shefi not so long ago and he said, just two big fish chilling.
Yeah. Real recognize real.
Yeah.
Real recognize.
Who's giving you a run for
Shay.
your money, like on like a beat or like you're rapping and you're like they're bringing out the best in you?
In terms of other rappers,
Yeah.
I'll give it to Uno. I'll give it to Uno too. Like Dismo as well.
Yeah.
Dismo. Yeah. Team.
Yeah. You know what? You've done a gospel song before.
Yeah.
That was the first song you really like,
I wish he shot the video for that, but there's still time if
He
he's
said he's
listening.
putting out like visual content.
Oh,
so that could maybe
got them
is
crossed.
sort of
Got them
like
crossed.
coming
People
on.
should see that. You can't deprive people of that. They should see it.
Yeah.
So I would mention a few, but there's a lot of dope rappers out here.
Okay. So also the young and upcoming artists, the ones that are coming on, you have some on your label as well.
Yeah.
So what do you like? How are you perceiving hip hop now from the view and the perspective of I don't want to call them the new wave artists because new wave is subjective.
I don't know, but like I feel maybe the new wave is really trying to commercialize it more, and it's taking off that authenticness, that hip hop authenticness, But it's okay. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I also have projects on the album that I'm trying to commercialize things. It's a hip hop jam, but but I feel like at the end of the day, it's also us to take it there. Like, okay, let's take it this side, and they'll follow. So it's still okay. It's still okay both ways. However they're doing it is fine.
Yeah.
However we're gonna do it is, it's still alright.
Okay. So before we get to wrap up, I'm going to take you back to LSK Running.
Yep.
Kamster has released a song. He's put out a song, and according to how it's being put out there by the bloggers who you addressed, it's being put out as a response to LSK Running. Have you listened to what Kamster put out?
No. He dropped it recently, just after mine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's he saying?
On the song?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just basically talking about like...
Did you hear it?
I did listen to it, but
You felt like he was taking shots?
I don't know. No, I don't. So from my end, I feel like it sounded like a general thing, but how it's being put out in the media
it's like it's a
is
response.
that, yes, it's a response to you and there's more. Because I know he also does speak about being like being kids in the game and looking up to him and how he's been around for a long time. So I feel like that could be generic.
Yeah, it could be.
But it depends on how like the consumer is taking it in and how they're processing it.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know if you had listened to it.
No, I'm gonna go listen to it right after this, you know. But like if it's talking kids in the game, in which way, you know, like in which way? Like is it edge? Is it
like basically
is it the numbers? Does he have more numbers than us? Like how are we kids? So like anyways, I'm not gonna comment much on that, but let me go hear it. Yeah, before I talk some.
I know, you know what? I also advise go and listen to it, and if you feel like the shoe fits here, Nyanga, because I was waiting for like a name drop, so that I know it's very specific. I feel like it's more that way. Like when somebody says, we just wanna come, but then I know that it's very specific. Like it's that song is for me.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
I guess it's just him trying to be a rapper. You know, there's no way you're gonna come out and say, in number 2 or in number 3. No ways. You're number 1. If you're a rapper, you're the king. You know, you got the crown. You know, we all got the crown, apparently. You know
Everyone has. Somebody was asking, I thought was really the king of hip hop, like the king of. If you ask somebody, so if I ask you right now, you say, number 1.
Facts. Facts. That's just a rapper thing. It's for the culture, you know. So I don't blame him.
Okay.
It's okay.
Nice. So we have a couple of festivals coming up this year as the year comes to an end. Yerema annual festivals. We look forward to them. Where are we seeing Jae Cash?
Not confirmed yet. Not anywhere confirmed yet, but let's see. Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
And right now, that's not really my concern. My worry is putting out new music because I'm also not really enjoying my performances, you know, like off old content. I feel like I want new jams, you know, so right now that's my focus. I'm not worried about if I'm gonna perform at this bash or wherever. Let me put out the music first and then, you know, that can follow. Actually, I might just even fill up something this year by myself, you know.
Come on.
So yeah, let's worry about that for now.
So you're gonna focus on filling up. So we got 2 exclusives. He might fill up something this year. So I will say he will fill up. I won't say might, because I'm speaking it into existence.
Yes, and our fans, man, my supporters, they're legit like that, you know. They're legit. I haven't done that before, you know. So I feel like if I come out and do it now, you know, all I need is the support, and if you ask for it, they'll give it to you. You know, the same way we give them the good music, I feel is the same way they should come out and appreciate if they really do. You know, come on, that's when we'll see.
Okay.
If the support is real or what.
Okay. So in 2 months, we're also getting an album. I'm gonna give you 2 guesses. I think it's gonna be called Neighborhood J Mola, or it could be called Voice Your Tula J. I don't know, or just the A. You can never know. So you know what, Jae Cash, thank you so much for stopping by.
I appreciate it.
Amazing chats, and also looking forward to what you have to put out this year.
Yeah, flames, all flames.
So how we're going to end the show is we're going to end it with LSK Running. So Ine, Napiamo, Jae Cash is going to rap, and he's going to get us to the video.
All right. Oh, what's with the LSK talk? I've been, hey, your homies yapping. I swear I wrote this verse napping. Homies ain't popping, but they wanna talk rapping. Bro, you in the club, clubbing while your songs here flopping? Talk to me.